Hey guys, welcome back to the next edition of the LTAS podcast.
Season 2.
No, it's not season 2 yet.
What's the seasons?
We start season 2 in the summer, if we can. Hopefully.
But we never signified that there was a season 1. I don't get that.
We never signified there was a season 1, but...
And it only stopped because we got lives.
But now there will be a season 1. And then like we'll name this one season 2, then it'll be like automatically inferred that that's season 1.
And then we have a couple other projects.
So is this season 1 or season 2?
This is still season 1. This is like...
We've got a couple other projects coming on the way too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are totally gonna happen.
Totally.
I'm making a wink right now.
Hopefully.
Today's topic is music.
Can you speak up, gamer?
So, well, yeah, dude, it's fine. I can work with this. I tested this out. I listened to it.
Dude, have a little bit of respect. My mom listens to this podcast.
What?
Have a little respect for the podcast. My mom listens to this.
I
tested it out.
Total respect for this podcast.
But anyway,
before we
get into the topic,
first
we got to do the ASMR.
Ah, you remembered. Hey! You remembered.
Zach, will you grab that real quick and just run your fingers across it? That folks, that is a MIDI controller. Run your fingers across the keys.
Listen.
That's
a snap.
Just a little bit more.
Okay, wait, I gotta do something.
All right.
Can we do one of these?
No.
It's too late. It's already there.
Today's ASMR is some paper. Now, that was a MIDI controller. Now this is a piece of sheet music.
You could just say paper. It doesn't matter what's on it.
No, it's a piece of sheet music. It's very important because today's topic is about music.
Oh, that's a good segue. Look how low our levels are.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're at 12. Okay.
Well, the level's fine. I've got it calibrated. I've got everything calibrated. Don't worry, guys.
I'm worried.
So you're the one asking today's questions.
Yeah.
Because you don't really understand.
No, I don't.
So basically, to describe to you,
it's weird when we talked about this.
I'm like way into the classical side of music because I'm taking a music appreciation class, and I'm like becoming a classical and classical music, like not only classical, but like becoming this orchestral music stuff weeaboo.
Don't use that term ever again, please.
Swababoo? What do you music boo?
And then
you don't have to put boo in everything. Don't.
Zach
do that.
here. Zach makes like rap beats and electronic music,
which is what we both both did.
Yeah, I used to do that a little bit more, but I'm like more getting into.
Now he's got a weird elitist attitude, just like my other friend, who also does sheet music stuff.
You don't have to call it a weird elitist attitude.
It's weird.
Dude, I mean, like, I feel
you'll be like, hey guys, look what I just made. Post it and be like,
wait, what was that tweet? What was that tweet?
Oh, the tweet chain? Can we talk about your tweet chain?
My tweet chain.
Where it was a slow decline in your willingness to do something?
So I said, hey guys, I think I'm going to write a 60-part string symphony with a guitar part. And then I was like, okay, new plan. I'm going to do 40-part symphony, and I'm going to add 10 guitars for one guitar section, and 10 guitars for the second guitar section, like on the left and right side. So have the symphony the regular way it is, the string symphony, then the guitars in the front. Then I was like, new plan. I'm gonna write a string quartet to familiarize myself with the actual instruments before I try this grand scale that I'm not gonna have barely anyone. Cause okay, so this is where my music appreciation teacher said.
Wasn't there a 5th tweet?
I don't think so.
I remember a tweet that said, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna not do this till I get more." I could have sworn I saw that.
I was gonna hold off on the whole symphony until I.
Yeah,
because I gotta
sure
get more experience. It takes a long time
to write a symphony and experience, like a lot.
So I'm going to do a string quartet, like, and then see if I can find people who actually play those instruments. And the reason is because it was like suggested to me, because it's like then if they play the stuff, they can like mark up the sheet music and be like, here's what you need to change to make it easier. Here's something that's unrealistic. I can get more of a feel for how the actual sheet music works and like stuff for violin, viola, cello, bass. So that's basically my plan. But right now I've got out on my SoundCloud. I've got the first.
We'll link it.
Both SoundClouds.
Yeah. So my SoundCloud, I've got the first. What is it? The first draft of duet for recorder and clarinet, and I'm still working on revising it. The reason I did this, it's an inside joke, and it's going to sound lame as heck.
But why are you... Okay.
I'm glad you didn't use any profanity there.
Lame as heckles. Heckelstein.
Dang.
So my music appreciation professor, he does like music professionally. He's a professional clarinet player and like orchestra conductor.
That's hot.
And so he's like, I got him ranting and raving about how recorders are like a really bad instrument for kids to learn. He's like, oh, it's the forked fingering. It's all, they're horrible instruments. Like, I don't know why we still, use them. I suggested, some alternatives. But then I was like, dude, I want to write a clarinet piece for this guy, just because it would be fun and he's like a real neat guy. And so then I figured, it was late at night, and I figured, what if I wrote a duet for recorder and clarinet just to mess with them? So that's what I did. And it doesn't sound half bad. I just need to figure out the transitions between the sections.
Sounds like a medieval
that's the problem with recorder.
thing that... Well, that's not necessarily a problem. I like it. I think it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like something you'd hear in Game of Thrones.
It's pretty epic.
It's like...
So, yeah, do we want to segue into what Drew's questions about music are?
Well, he pretty much already told me.
I want to say one more thing. Is that, so like, with all the symphony work and stuff, I was thinking about using, you'll know it, Drew. So CameronsWorld.net.
Ooh, I love that.
There's one
Great
website that it's an archived website. It's called like the Emily Shrine, and that sounds creepy, but it's basically like this old, I think it was last updated in 2009.
Well, it's a real song.
Yeah,
we
but
looked
it's
it up.
shrine.midi. Wait, you looked it up?
We did. We looked it up. It's a song from something, like a show.
From a show?
Yeah, but it sounds like a old castle.
Because I was trying to figure out the copyright. It sounds so epic, and I want to orchestrate it sort of into like an actual orchestral piece, because that would be really interesting. But I don't know the copyright of it, because I was thinking, so I'm going to describe it this way. So the second movement of a symphony is like supposed to be slow and in a different key than the rest of it. So it's slow and like minor. And so I could do it in something like E minor and have the rest of the symphony in something else. But I was like, nah, that'd be like stealing the entire thing and it probably wouldn't fit. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it. But I'm going to do something with it. I don't think I can write piano cover for it because it's too many instruments. It's like at the same time. But,
fascinating.
So what I've been working on with Zach with instruments is I have a piano, a guitar, banjo, stuff like that, like actual instruments, and Zach wants to record it. So what's your plan?
Kind of modern type beats, like kind of like acoustic mixed with modern kind of drums, not trap percussion or anything like that, but just like maybe like a nice pop beat. I think leading up, first verse of it's going to be a mix of piano and guitar, and then those are going to come together in the chorus too with the bass line and some heavy percussion, and then at the very end it's going to end in with some more piano and some plucks, but just make something more acoustic instead of using VSTs on my laptop or like fake instruments. But I'm soon going to be releasing some beats onto Spotify. I think I'm going to pay the $20 through DistroKid and try to see if whatever they do, because I like putting my stuff on SoundCloud, but the discovery on SoundCloud is not as good as Spotify, because SoundCloud doesn't do a very good job about putting songs into specific playlists to get rotated
I think you have to pay.
Well, I feel like SoundCloud does like really well with their discovery. Like they constantly find music that I like to listen
yeah,
to.
it's based off of what people listen to. So if no one's listening to that genre,
But it's not like, your stuff is like not probably gonna always pop up. It's not like likely to pop up.
It's not
if
as
you're
broken
small.
as YouTube's For You thing.
But yeah, so like what I'm trying to figure out is you want me to play like stuff for piano and guitar, but the hard part is like I would have no idea what to actually play. Like I don't really know if I.
We'd have to play something. I've already. I think I told you before. There was like I wanted something in like minor, like C minor. I think just something I can record onto my laptop through a mic, and then use that as a loop. But then add on to it with other instrumentation, and around the same chords or notes, and the same key like minor.
Yeah, so originally, so he said, this is a funny story. He said like write 9 bars of like piano chords or something, just for like a beat. And so what I did, I knew he usually did rap beats, so the sheet music I brought just for like a sample to show Drew. It's called 9 bars. It's like just 9 bars of music, but it's in a 7/8 time signature, which means the beats go 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. So it's uneven, so you can't really. It's hard to rap over.
It
So
makes it more difficult.
Yeah, that was the whole joke.
That
But
was,
it fell flat.
Yeah, no, because no one got it. I don't know what that means.
Insert
You had to
laugh.
explain it to me.
Insert laugh track.
Insert laugh track, yeah.
Ha ha ha! That was a really shit laugh track.
Okay, that's like peaking. I'm gonna turn the gain down.
That was because he did demon voice, dude. It should peak. It's powerful voice. The demon voice.
Oh wow.
You like that?
But
I've been working hard.
The problem is I don't know
Ooh, is that
what to
Sans?
play. I don't know because I want this to be your song.
Yeah, I mean, I'll instrument.
But if I like write stuff for it, then it's like just weird.
You'll be producing for it. I mean, we'll be co-producers on both of it.
I guess, yeah. Because I really wanted to be more listed as the musician, just like a musician that played. And
Yeah.
Because like, this is where I sort of wish there was less of a divide between like the modern
There isn't
and
really.
the classical.
Isn't really. Yeah.
You can, if you look up on Google, you can often find sheet music
Well, yeah.
version of literally like pop songs,
Yeah.
and it's weird to look at because it's really like there's a lot.
Wow,
of
Gucci Gang.
Because okay, so you know those it's like piano tutorials by Sheet Music Boss and Mario Vera, and like they do the
They're actually playing this. Did you know?
They have the lines coming
They're
down.
actually doing that.
Yeah, they're actually
I
playing.
didn't think that.
The problem is like okay, so I learned a song once called Mariage d'Amour. It's like some French song.
Gosh. Why do you support the French, dude?
Well, I learned it on that.
Sorry. Can you not?
I was trying to mute the.
And so I learned it using one of those tutorials before I knew how to read sheet music, and it took forever to learn. I didn't even get to the left hand. So
I think they just call it that.
So
Just to call it that, but I think it's just mean for just people to listen to. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
what I do.
But so I began learning how to read sheet music again because like I forgot from when I was like 6 and had piano lessons. And dude, even though I was super slow at reading it, it was so much easier to just like read it, play it, and I learned as I went.
Well, it's probably why they make it that way. They've been doing the same thing for hundreds of years. It probably works.
Yeah. So the problem I have is like if Zach could write sheet music for exactly what he wants me to play, I could practice that over and over and I could get that down and play it like perfectly for him.
Zach's going for a Michael Jackson vibe.
Oh yeah,
Or that could go two ways, but I'm talking about the fact that Michael Jackson couldn't play
Yeah.
any instruments, didn't know really like sheet music, but that guy would
Well,
just
Jay Dilla.
beatbox what he wanted.
Jay Dilla didn't know the keys. He
Oh,
he
that's
didn't know
hard.
the keys for. But he's one of the best producers to ever live in the hip hop world, and he had $1 million before he ever learned the keys.
It's just
Yeah.
you have to learn based off
Sheet
sound
music,
and
because
what
I know
you hear.
sheet music isn't everything, but like for acoustic instruments and like playing it, it sure does help.
It's for I mean, it is. You can break down pretty much any song into sheet music. It's kind of like the bones of music.
Yeah, because
I should have said that louder. It's like the bones of music.
Someone's about to get.
That's a good. I like that. Sheet music is the bones of music.
so the only problem with sheet music is like you can be left with stuff like, okay, the speed that you're supposed to play 9 bars is just a Dante, and you're supposed to play it medium loud. So like, what does that mean? It means something different for everyone. So if you have an actual recording of it, it's sort of like that's, you know, the standard. So like, you know, hip hop is like an actual recording, and you can just record, play, see what sounds good, you know. But like, I don't know. I'm just trying to describe. If you want like acoustic instruments,
more
it's helpful.
my beats. I want to go on. I like the lo-fi, more pop kind of realm. I like making something heavy, like a hip hop beat.
Heavy.
Like,
what does that mean? Describe that.
heavy, I mean like heavy in progression, like, because, you know, with hip hop beats, rattling hi hats, loud snares, loud bass.
Because okay,
Very, very, very fast paced rhythm sometimes, but not all the time. But
So you need layman speak for me. I'm a bit of a dumb brain.
Fast pace, yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean fast paced, like, you know, like trap bangers.
Trap bangers.
Trap bangers. Hey.
Is trap dead? Trap's totally dead,
it's,
right? Can we be real?
Trap. I thought it was like the backing
No,
music
trap
of
is
rap.
a genre. I didn't know that either.
I thought it was.
a genre.
I thought it was just instrumental rap.
No, trap's dead is what it is.
I feel like it's going.
It's heavier, I believe.
Yeah,
if I use that term.
I like it for
it's heavier
some
than
things.
regular hip hop, and it came on the scene probably about maybe 2010 with Waka Flocka Flames, Flockavelli. I
I hope
believe.
you're talking what you know. I hope you're talking real shit, or you're gonna be like ripped apart.
I think he knows what he's talking about.
It was the early ones that really did that was Chief Keef and Waka.
Are you making
Flocka.
this up?
No.
Okay, good. I don't know. I can't verify. I have no idea.
But
Yeah.
no, I think it's very at the very tail end of it, because
I think it can still keep. I think some people who like it would still make it.
There's a lot of people who still like grunge music. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean grunge music's not dead.
But-
it's been dead for a fat minute.
the stylistic.
You know what grunge is, right?
The periods sort of overlap. No, I don't know.
Grunge is like Nirvana.
We're getting to a point though.
Da-na-na,
We're-
da-na-na. Smells like Teen Spirit.
We're getting, but that's a good point with like emo music and that sort of
That's
stuff.
not really emo, is it?
I
That's
think
like
it over-
that's like
it's-
pre-emo.
I think it overlaps because I
a little
listened
bit. Because
to.
Green Day was really the emo.
I listened
band,
to some
but-
21 Pilots because my sister was playing it in the car,
I hate 21
and
Pilots.
it sounded basically like something. What's they wrote? Crawling in my skin. It sounds
21
like
Pilots didn't write that.
no. It sounds like something that the people who wrote "Crawling in My Skin."
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
It's called Crawling.
Linkin Park is basically okay. 21 Pilots is this generation's Linkin Park.
It is, dude. We're gonna look back and be like, why did we like that?
I think
garbage?
their new album was decent.
I hate everything they make. I don't know why. I just have a seething hatred for them.
Well, I'm past the point of like
As long as they don't.
disliking music for the way it sounds. Because like I can enjoy.
I like you said past that, like it's a thing a layman does.
As long as
I like how it sounds. Oh, such a layman. You don't appreciate the work behind.
As long as they don't make any uke reggae combination tracks, then I'm good.
Is that a thing?
That's what they do. They do that pretty often.
Because I like so like let's take like a pop artist like Ariana Grande, like the new thing that used like the
Apparently she's good right now.
I liked their last album.
The one where it takes a sample of favorite things from like
Yeah. I break up with your boyfriend.
Like,
okay, so
On board.
I like the music, but I hate the words.
you hit the lyrics or the vocals?
The lyrics, the vocals are fine, but like the lyrics are just they're
yeah.
not wholesome lyrics.
It
and
doesn't
that's
You listen to Christian rap?
Christian,
I listen
Christian
to-
rap
you
exist? 'Cause
listen
that's
to
probably the
NF?
most lame rap. Let's be real.
You listen to NF?
I'm praising Jesus. Y'all motherfuckers
you
be praising
haven't-
with me. Hallelujah, Lord.
It's
you haven't
I
heard,
used
you
to
haven't
listen
heard a
to
lot
it.
of Christian rap.
I don't
I've
want
listened-
to.
I've listened
But
to Christian rap.
I keep
My
away from
parents.
Christian music like the plague
I
because
mean,
I hate it.
I don't think he's
It all sounds the same.
I don't
It's
think he's
just-
Christian, but my brother likes NF.
I almost went to one of his concerts. I went through a weird period in my life where that's all I listened to and was.
I
him.
sent you that. I think I sent that video over
He's
Discord.
just a rapper. He's not like
My brother was
But-
in the back seat, and I was like wearing the suit.
He talks about. He has songs about like God, but
If you want wholesome rap, you gotta listen to like
Lecrae.
Drake.
I gotta listen to Tadashi.
Oh God.
Tadashi with his
Tadashi.
Tadashi.
No,
Tadashi.
Tadashi.
I went to a Christian rap concert.
You've
twice.
actually like been to one of those? Oh my god! I would be like,
It was
I'll pass up on that.
Andy
NF
Mineo.
looks really old. Like his
And
logo
dude, I went to the jam, the Christian jam.
Oh,
thing.
Winter Jam.
Winter Jam.
I've never been.
It was not my choice, but it was
not your cup of tea.
It was pretty cringe. I put in earbuds the whole time while they were performing.
Well, okay, so I'm starting to realize this is something that like I basically learned from the music appreciation class. So the melodies and everything in the chords of like Christian music, like really simple.
Yeah.
But if you so the lyrics, wholesome lyrics, obviously, but the drum beat. If you listen to the drum beat, like the drum beat is like super dynamic for each part of the song, which I really appreciate.
It changes.
Like, they'll like slow down at some parts.
I don't mind.
That's all music though.
I don't mind.
Except for like rap, because rap needs a beat, so you can go to like.
Yeah, compared to like a constant, just
I don't
kick snare.
I don't mind.
Yeah, but that's not really like that's not specific to its genre. That's used in a lot. Like there's a lot of that's something you get in old rock songs.
But the drum beat
is a drum beat that changes, not just one that is like two.
But the drum beat in Christian rock is still really good.
Usually,
you gotta admit.
I hate everything about it. I don't mind. It's just boring to me.
I don't mind. I don't mind old like old folk Christian songs. I don't mind that stuff. But I like Christian music in general is just.
And the reason I don't like it is not because it has Christian lyrics. I'm not being hateful, okay? I just don't like the way it sounds. Set that off. I just don't like it's boring to me. It's just all of them sound the same. They're all generic. I don't like it. Well, it's kind of like how some the old people don't like rap.
Okay, so it's like
Christianophobe.
It's like trap, like a lot of mainstream trap is just very, very generic and all sounds the same.
Generic trap is like Christian music of the rap world.
Can we talk about?
I sort of want to
not
talk
all
about
trap,
because we don't get a lot of time to talk in the morning, and so it tends to be the same thing over and over again. Because he works at the school I go to. I talk to him in the morning for a few minutes.
I also
before
go to
class.
school there. I don't just work there.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he's a professor.
But so we don't get a lot of time to talk about what we're doing with this.
I know my boss is
acoustic track.
My boss is over there. He's like, "Can I join the conversation?"
Oh yeah.
You don't know him like I do.
He's got a weird boss. We shouldn't rag on him though.
No. Okay, but so what I just came up with a good plan. So you want something like really nice in C minor. I think you know the sound of what you want the best. So
I just don't know the chords, and I don't really have to know that because I don't play actual instruments. I just do it on.
Well, you have a MIDI controller, right? So you could. I think you should learn how to play some chords, and then play it in MIDI, and send me a recording and send me the MIDI files. What I can do is I can take those MIDI files and I can actually put them into MuseScore, and which is the sheet music thing I do. And then I can adjust them so that they work out for sheet music.
Yeah.
I can learn how to play what you want me to play really easily.
I think for this one, it's not going to be heavy melodies. It's just going to be a lot of keys and stuff. And then we're going to add on to those root notes with other kind of patterns of instrumentation.
So let's explain for Drew what a root note is. Are you familiar with that?
Why would I know what that is?
So if I pull this up. So
don't point at it and go, it's this. It's about
so I've got my piece right here, 9 bars. It's in D major, which means the root note is D, and the root chord is D major.
Mm-hmm.
And so so that's the 1 chord. That D major is 1, right?
Yeah. You usually it's also you can use it as a bass note.
So then
That's what I use it when I'm making
So then the next chord is E minor before G major, because E minor and G major sort of sound similar but have like a different flavor. So E minor, is that the 2 chord? Am I right? I don't know that much.
I don't remember.
Because it goes D then E on the keyboard, so I think that's the 2 chord. Then G would be so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3,
G is
1,
the
2,
5
3.
chord.
We can discuss this more in depth later.
Yeah.
But I wanted to. My question for you
So
guys.
the root note is usually what you put on the bass. It's the key of the song.
That's
you
what
put
I
it on the
use.
bass.
I'll show you, for example, in this one. I'm not gonna play it. No, I won't. But see, I use as you can see here, the root note. The root note for this is C, and I used the bass is in C. Actually, no, it's an F, because I believe this melody was
Because if you play
an F, I believe.
So here's something.
This melody was in F, so I just grew with the bass note.
So if you play, here's something for like people who don't know.
Sorry.
If you play the bass note at like F and the bass note's doing F, but you're playing a C chord, it'll start sounding a little bit closer to an F chord because the bass note gives you that foundation. It's like really powerful. It overrides the other stuff.
Good thing.
Yeah. So like.
That's what I did here. I did an F with a C. So these are just chords, and then this is the melody.
And if you do a chord lower down, I think I've done. I wrote something. I didn't write it down all the way. I just wrote down a reminder. But I did a C major chord, and above it I did an A minor chord. But it's the C major overrided the A minor.
But I know I want to get Drew into more of this conversation. What was the worst album you listened to this year? What was the best?
If it's bad, I don't remember it. I block it out.
The worst album. It has to be. It's got to be Super Hits of 1996.
Wait, this year?
This
It's
year.
2019.
I mean last year.
Last year, 2018? Okay.
2018.
Because it's like 2019 just started.
Ballads
Well, 'cause
one
this
was
year as well.
disappointing. It wasn't garbage, but it was just disappointing. That album. Album. That was disappointing.
It was not as bad as everyone said. It was. He needs to open his mouth, dude.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He mumbles too much, and all the songs sound the same. The one that was really good though,
Slow Dancing.
Slow Dancing was really good. If he makes more like that, not too much like that. Don't be samey.
Because I think he can. What is it? Does he sing? He sings like a range above me. I think he's like alto or tenor.
I don't even know. I don't even think he knows what that is.
No, he doesn't know.
Because I sing.
That guy's all ear based.
If I sing an octave,
he doesn't.
If I sing along with him, it's like an octave lower.
But
yeah, please don't do that.
Oh God, it was such a freaking horrible album. Little Baby and Gunna's Drip Too Hard. I believe that's what it's called.
I don't know.
They both sound like Young Thug when they sing.
What about the Tekashi 6ix9ine album that came out?
That was horrible
That
too.
was dog shit.
I did not
That was
hear.
so bad.
Chicken Wing. What was it? Chicken Wing.
I don't even remember what it was called.
Ding ding ding. Chicken Wing.
I was like, everyone was like, this is so bad. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. And I listened. It was like, oh.
Dude,
Half
probably,
the songs were like, couldn't it like it almost didn't get released because he got like arrested or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember something that I really disliked, and I can't really remember.
I don't listen to music I don't like.
Yeah.
Kind of.
How much?
Why would I do that?
I liked Beer Bongs and Bentleys. That was a pretty good album.
Was that 2018?
2018 by Post Malone. It was pretty
My
catchy.
dad discovered Post Malone.
Does he like
He
him?
discovered him, and he likes like he loves Post Malone. I don't. He's something about him. My dad just.
My
loves
dad
it.
likes
I mean,
him too.
Sunflower isn't that bad. I just don't.
I don't
get
like
the
My
lyrics.
dad's
Wow.
favorite song from him. I don't know what it's called. I don't like Post Malone. So
That's
I don't
actually
know.
got to be some of my.
He doesn't like
favorite stuff.
Rockstar. The only Post Malone song I like. I like Rockstar. I don't know why.
Does he like?
Just makes me feel good. when
I like
listen to it.
92 Explorer. Nah, that was a pretty good song.
I didn't listen to Beer Pong, so I don't know.
Yeah, wait a minute. Can I bring up some Tekashi lyrics real quick?
Yeah,
you gonna read
just
some?
say the lyrics. Don't play it because
Hey, if there's a freaking, don't say a word.
I'm not gonna say it.
Wait.
Don't say the poison word.
Well, he shouldn't even be able to say it.
Wait, who's this? Verse 1 by 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Splish splash apple bottoms.
Make that ass fat.
He got that wet, got me blowing through the whole back rack. She got B's, spin some cheese. Now the double D's. They double D's. Thought I had to free kick her out. My mama coming home at 3. Ho thicker than a blinking snicker. Drug dealer, professional pot whipper. In the winter buy your hoe a chinchilla. I just bought
What? It's all gibberish.
A chinchilla. Wait, no. In the winter, buy your hoe a chinchilla. Grr.
Oh my god.
Here's the course. Tiki-taki, Spanish mommy, she a hot tamale, hot. Make her spend the money, dummy, go retarded for me. Pop
Go retarded for me. I love that. Honey, go retarded.
Make her spend that money, dummy. Go retarded for me. Pop it.
Pop, she
That's
got
actually, I like that. I don't know why, but I like that.
Pop, she gets started, she won't ever stop it. Little thoughty, thoughterani.
Thotterati.
Is it not? Are you ever saw Thotteroni?
No.
Like macaroni?
That errati. Where's
Bugatti.
No, like this is written in like.
Oh, dude, this guy's got like the education.
The lyrics are officially recorded spelled wrong.
Well, yeah, they have to because
They're
it's
officially-
kind of like when you write for broadcast, you have to write how it's spelled.
That's it. That's it. That's the lyrics I want to pull up. The congas. It's
Conga.
Donkey Kong.
She want me, I ain't want her. Oh, what is okay?
Get out
She
of the
want
way,
me to be
Samson,
her
man.
boo. You so silly, don't get it confused. Now turn around, drop it low, pick it up. Ooh, big bank, we getting paid over here. Broke, go and stand over there. Fake blank hoes, go meet 'em over there. Little booties, they matter over here.
Just add a W where the N is. White people can sing it too.
that's like the.
Wait a minute, where's the? There's
Back cracking. That sounds like it'd be what is the guy?
This is a good Kanye verse. They tried to say I wasn't black no more. About as black as Macklemore.
Okay, that's enough reading lyrics. Okay, that's great. We get it. He has shit lyrics.
Dude,
what is this?
I almost prefer it. Like I almost prefer it when the singing is beautiful, or the singing is at least entertaining and like varianted, but the lyrics mean absolutely nothing. Like I think this is from like
blue, I believe I blue by.
No, this is from like Graham Cartner's Wiggly Kitchen. It's like it's like I stare, it's not my fault. There's furniture in the air that wants to move. It's literally like
you don't
that.
get it. It's really deep.
Maybe it tells a story, but it sounds fine. It sounds really good and interesting. That's why I like it. But yeah.
Okay. Topic I want to talk about, guys.
You want to ask us the big question?
I gotta ask a question. What's your take on the Minecraft soundtrack?
I actually like it.
It's really well composed.
But
Bangers.
But it can be forgettable because when you get so intense into Minecraft,
when you're Minecraft gaming,
isn't that what it's composed for?
Yeah, that's the whole purpose behind it. I watched a video about it.
I really like the Nether soundtrack.
Is there even one?
Yeah,
I thought it was just noises.
There is one, and it's like.
See that? I don't even. The fact that I don't know.
Super minor, super cruel sounding and intense. It's like, oh, it's so good. It gave me chills because I'm like, dude, this is so good.
I don't think it's supposed to do that. The fact that I didn't know that there was a soundtrack for the Nether is kind of its goal, I think.
It's like, hold on, let me look up.
Don't play it.
I'm just gonna look up something real quick. That reminds me of the Minecraft. Have you ever heard Gymnopedia #1?
Why would I know what that is? No.
It's like really slow.
I don't know what that is.
No, I'm not gonna look at that up.
It's fine. Don't.
I was gonna look up. It's like a symphonic.
I believe you.
It's a symphonic poem, and it's something like called Moldau, by like some French composer, but it's like this beautiful orchestra, strings just like in and out, up and down, like waving sounding. You gotta look it up. I can't.
I believe you.
I'll have to link it, but that's what the Minecraft soundtrack reminds me of because it's like absolutely beautiful. It's some of the newer pieces I really like.
Have they added pieces?
I think
they have not touched the Minecraft. That's one thing that has stayed since its release and the addition of the music. It has not changed once.
No, because they added.
What is the band name?
I thought they added another soundtrack.
Never added anything. That's one fact I know for sure. The Minecraft music, at least the bass music, has been unaltered.
Because like the home screen,
music,
the start screen music. There's like it sounds
they've
very
added music.
It
but
sounds
it was
like
already from
very,
the soundtrack.
It's very orchestral, very big.
It's from the soundtrack's pretty big, and they have songs that they just use once or they barely use, because they play on a random. It's like an algorithm that pulls a random song, like when you're just out in the world playing Minecraft, out in the mining trees. It'll play this song or this song or that song. The end has
music.
No, I don't. When I'm in the end, I'm too busy dying, so I don't.
Well, like I completed it and I went back.
So
to
the question I get from this is what
stone.
Everyone's probably going to ask next is when am I getting Minecraft? Well, it's been a huge debacle over the last week on when I'm getting Minecraft, and I don't know. I didn't get it today, but I will try to definitely get it sometime.
You pretty much lost your window because I almost guarantee that world's going to die.
No, it is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, dude.
You gonna keep it alive? You gonna try?
Let's keep it alive for as long as possible.
Me and Aaron put a lot of work into stuff while you've been gone. By the way, let's not talk about our Minecraft world because no one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gameplay video is coming soon.
No, it's not. Don't lie.
I'm just joking.
I will refuse that from happening. I will die before a Minecraft video is uploaded.
What if I die? What if I release?
Straight up get job
what if
Minecraft.
I release a Minecraft video on the day you die?
I will die with a frown on my face. Crap! I had another thing I was going to ask. What are the potential? What's your biggest I guess we kind of already touched on it, but what is like a big project you want to do? Yours is the giant symphony thing.
Symphony
what
eventually.
About you?
I want to release an EP.
An EP?
Yeah, like a short collection of songs, just throw them on Spotify, see what they do.
I released sort of a bad one, like a cheap one.
I thought you already did do that.
Yeah, on SoundCloud, it's just...
You should make it thematic. You should make four songs or whatever in the EP, and then have it thematic.
I thought I guess EP doesn't really have to follow a theme. Because it's kind of just like what they're working on.
It's just a collection of tracks.
Because it would be sort of neat. Because people they don't do themed albums anymore. And I think
they do. A lot of rap artists tend to do they'll have a type of all the songs kind of have a similar sound. Not all of them.
Another thing I want to write that's really big after I do the symphony maybe.
If that ever happens.
Because you know how I was saying I was going to have a guitar part in the symphony, which my little sister used to play violin, and she's like, no, that would never work. So I'm doing it just to spite her.
Hey, can we get your sister on the album playing violin?
No, she doesn't play anymore.
If you want to ask someone, you got to get David to do it. He can freaking play, man.
He can play?
Yeah, he's been doing it since middle school.
Oh, dude, I gotta test out some pieces with him, then I'll figure it out. But anyway,
maybe next time he's here.
I'm going to write, I think after the symphony, a whistling concerto.
I don't know what that means.
I would like to see you try.
Because so
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
I would like to see you try. I doubt you can do it.
A concerto, it's 3 movements, and it's a solo instrument with an orchestra accompaniment.
That sounds really great.
So the solo instrument would be the whistling, and it would be a really small string orchestra.
I need to find someone that can really, really mix and master tracks really good.
See the problem?
Because I can whistle pretty well, and I know there's some really good whistlers.
Oh. I used to be able to do it really good. Let's not do that. That's really annoying. Okay.
Yeah, I can just...
So what would you guys give the review for Billie Eilish's new record?
I don't know what that is.
I really don't know Billie Eilish.
I don't really
for
like
a
her.
longest
I heard people
time,
talking about it, but
I thought it was Billie Irish.
You know who is overrated? Ed Sheeran.
I went to an Ed Sheeran concert.
Dude, he's sort of
it was so overrated.
I mean, yeah, I don't like the what is it, Shape of You?
I couldn't tell you. I
Those-
don't know. I avoid
by
them like
Ed
the
Sheeran-
plague.
That's
That's
that's some wholesome lyrics. What are you talking
No,
about?
those are not wholesome lyrics, and like this is one of those where the music is not as
You're not
interesting.
Are you
to
going
me.
for wholesome lyrics?
I'm not gonna say the music sucks and should never have been made, but I'm like, nah, it's not
That
interesting to me at all.
Celtic track he did. Golly,
Banger.
golly,
Listen,
Jesus.
If Ed Sheeran comes out with an actual Irish folk music like thing, I'll listen to it.
He's got
That's the
Celtic-
most bizarre
He's-
interest
no.
of yours ever.
He's got Celtic tracks. No
Like,
joke. He's got like a
with the mandolin, the tenor banjo, the violin. I want him to come out with some folk music like that, like in
Braveheart.
with Scotch snaps. Wait, no, not Scotch snaps. It's not Irish.
I need to download some Scotch snaps.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a rhythm where I forgot what it is. It's a certain rhythm that Ariana Grande has been using recently. It's
How
like,
do you know what it is if you don't know what it is?
God, can we talk about how hot Ariana Grande?
Oh,
is?
it's-
No, because I'm a
Okay.
loser. Okay.
wait, so it's a 16th note followed by a dotted 8th note, which basically means 1 1 2 3. That's
Oh yeah. Well,
that's basically it's 1 on one note and then 1 2 3 like on another note. So it's 1 1 2 3 1 1 2 3. So like yeah, Ariana Grande has been using it for beats.
how do you even know? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, Scotch.
Yeah, she is.
The only reason I know is because Adam Neely, great YouTube channel for music. Adam Neely, bass player guy. He does a lot of music theory videos and stuff like that.
Dude, best bassist on YouTube is Davey.
Davey's like really good.
Davey's really good. The
He's
French
really
guy.
good.
Yeah.
He's coming out with thing after thing.
Has he made anything? He just makes videos, right?
I think he just makes covers and stuff, but
Yeah, it's all bass too. It's
'cause
a
that
weird
was always-
instrument to listen to alone because it's just not meant for
yeah.
that.
Because that's something, okay, that's what I don't understand. If you play an instrument, like, you know, something that can be more solo, like a piano, why don't you ever write a piano song for yourself?
He probably has. He's just
Or
not.
like a bass, you think
I'm
he's
sure that
written-
they've done. Well, bass, you don't really like write a bass song.
It'd be sort of hard to
It's
write.
not a very versatile instrument.
Because I understand, like, well, like, let's say
Its purpose is to fill a song.
if someone was writing, like, a song for a band and had him play bass, it'd be nice to have him
A lot of people write stuff, they just don't release it. Or they do and no
Yeah.
one knows of it.
Because it'd be nice to have a bass player to, like, tell you what's good, you know, what's good for bass and what's not. But,
Yeah. Other people just don't enjoy writing. Some people just like to play it. They don't want to write.
No, I don't like writing.
Well, you don't play an instrument.
I don't play an instrument, but I know I wouldn't like it.
I would hate it too.
But you do, but you literally make, like, music.
Yeah, he doesn't. He
that's
makes
fun.
beats though.
Beats.
And he-
Everything's laid out. Everything makes
But
sense.
It's like using a program. He's not like
But
sitting
it's
at the
good.
drawing board like Beethoven, writing every note down. He's not doing that.
getting his.
He ain't no scholar. And no one's writing. Put on the monocle. I think this would sound.
Wait, was it
good.
Beethoven who liked talking about butts and crap in his?
No, that was Mozart, man.
Yeah, that was Mozart.
Mozart, like, that guy. I forgot why he died.
him or something.
No, just like
Man, that guy's a freaking
hearing
knee
about him from
slapper.
history. Like, he wrote that one song. It was like literally translates to "lick my butt."
Dude, he was a walking
Or like,
shit
well, it
post.
was like-
That's what he was.
It like, well, if you want the direct translation, it's "lick me in the ass." So like, and he would like, I think he sent that as a joke, like that as a joke to his sister, who was like a piano
joke.
player.
It was scatology, scatological humor.
It's even. I think it was in a movie that I watched in German class. It was like this.
well,
These two people, they were playing a piano duet, and it happened. That was the lyrics with it. But yeah.
here it is. Well, I wish you a good night, but first you can say the word. I
Oh,
want to read it.
Do you
it
don't
just
want to say ass?
it just doesn't. Okay, it does not. I'm not gonna read this out loud because it does not. It does not really make sense. I think it's supposed to be a poem.
Let me see it.
Okay, let me move it.
Let me see this.
To either his sister. Yeah.
Oh,
his sister-
okay.
or his cousin.
What is how does it burst? I don't get that. Well, I wish you good night, but first I shit in your bed and make it burst. Sleep soundly, my love, into my mouth and your arse you'll shove. And that is an official Mozart thing that he did. He did that.
Yeah.
Freaking weirdo.
So
I love Lek Mick. Say that,
Lek
you know.
Mick im Arsch.
Which means like lick my ass or kiss my ass. You'd say kick. It's like saying kiss my ass.
Wasn't it like it was like kiss my ass right and clean or something like that? That was the actual.
Something like
that was how right and clean.
It's a standard vulgarism in Germany, apparently, according to here. According to Wikipedia,
It probably translates like.
It's like classic Russian composer. The song's titled Suka Bilyet or something. It's no.
There was a lot of crapping in the bed and making it burst.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Does the poo freaking pop? What
Dude, I really don't understand because I don't understand what he was thinking when he was like. Because he was probably like an immature guy. He didn't he die at 30 or I think he died at 30 something. So he's probably like immature when he wrote that letter.
Amadeus, have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen.
Everyone was proper back then, though.
Amadeus.
Oh, he was proper with the.
He was proper in public.
He was proper in public.
When he's writing music, it all goes out the window, man.
He was a freaking
Watch out for Mozart, dude.
A lot of doing stuff.
Was it Mozart? We're talking about Mozart?
Mozart, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I get their names mixed.
Beethoven was like.
Wow,
dude.
Who's the deaf one?
Yeah, he went deaf, but like he wrote some pretty good stuff. I think
calling it music to piss people off. Calling it songs. There we go.
Calling it songs.
It's a piece.
Those people are so fucking stupid.
What do you mean? Mozart didn't make music.
That's like getting mad at someone
it's
for
only,
like
it's only
using
a song if it has words.
Those people are the equivalent of like someone goes, "Y'all isn't a word." It's like bitch, I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Guys, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony was a song because it has a choir part in it and it has words.
But what if the choir is just people going, oh?
No, they're saying.
Like, what if it's just a noise?
They were saying "Ode to Joy." I think it was "Ode to Joy."
Oh.
Please do not.
Oh, I made a penis with the sound waves. That was my goal,
dude.
So you can replicate it.
Oh. That's a good one.
Oh.
That's a little skinny penis right there.
Okay, can we stop?
Okay, we'll stop that. I thought about that.
My sound waves are not your art project.
Yes, they are. It's like those sound files where they have images in the sound.
That's basically like modern art project music.
I just had a thought come to my head.
Making a penis in the sound waves and then calling it music.
It is music.
Oh my god!
No one can say something is not music.
This is so unrelated to music, but I forgot my neighbor. He used to have a blog.
Oh no!
Don't read.
Don't read it.
I won't.
Let me see it though.
You want to?
Wait, let me see this. I think I know what this is.
Manic digression. Wait a minute.
I mean, he's got some pretty cool stuff on there.
He's got the CVS one where he talks about an awkward story about an old man coming in for condoms.
Okay, that's That's enough of that.
But
can we talk about what people? Okay, this is actually a good topic. What is real music?
It's the organization of sound.
Are you sure?
Doesn't mean it has to be good organization.
Meme music has always been.
Meme music. We're not talking about memes.
But meme music is. People ask, is that even real music?
Well, yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so
nursery rhymes are real music. Even
like mashups.
Basic as hell.
I know some people who really like mashups
Mashups are real music because it's two real.
They
music
like it more than
together.
the original. But it's like a, it's a mashup done as a meme, but they genuinely like it.
There are some good mashups. I found a good mashup artist on SoundCloud. I don't know. I hesitate calling them. Acrylo's good. I hesitate calling them artists because they're not like. I guess manipulator is a better word.
Well, would you consider
composers.
someone who samples something and adds a beat over to it to be an artist?
Depends on how much of the sample there is. There's like a ratio. If you're just stealing, I mean
interpolation, yeah. I mean,
but like
changing the sample though.
There should be another word for someone who's in between a guy who steals shit and an artist. There should be like a manipulator.
Well,
Yeah, but
'cause
when you
you
say-
That's
have
what
to-
producers essentially, because producers they don't write music. They don't pen to paper.
What do you
write
say?
Because you heard about that Ed Sheeran lawsuit?
What do you
Like,
say? Ed
about
Sheeran's
a chord progression that was like copied exactly.
Do they never win those?
I don't think
It was
you
against
can't
Marvin
win.
Gaye.
Yeah, you can't win that because chord progressions. You cannot just copyright a chord
This-
progression.
That means the Ice Ace, Ice Baby, and Queen. There would be a huge problem there. Like Queen would have been able to sue the people who own Queen would have been able to sue Vanilla Ice because what's the sound?
Yeah, I really don't
Dun,
understand
dun,
that.
dun, 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 dun. That it's in Ice
It's-
Ice Baby
but they-
and in I can't remember the song name. It's a Queen song.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
interpolation though. He uses
Yeah.
own sounds. He didn't. Interpolation is different than sampling.
Yeah,
right?
but like
Yeah, yeah.
that's why I was used as an example for like that's why you can't copyright or that's why you can't
Well,
sue someone over something.
you
like
know,
that.
"Lucid Dreams" by Juice World. I mean,
No.
have you ever listened to the radio? It's been on. The
I
radio.
don't listen to that.
I don't
radio.
know.
If I have the
I've
radio
heard of
on,
Juice WRLD, but
it's
I
it's
don't.
used
I
as white
had
noise.
these lucid dreams.
I
he-
still
oh,
see
yeah,
your
yeah.
shadows
Yeah,
in
that
my
song,
room. I
that-
hate that song
Whoa,
so
whoa, listen.
much.
Now
Li-
that guy,
listen,
that
he
guy
inter-
could sing better. I'm
He-
just
That's
gonna
not
say
why I
that.
hate it. I hate it
Let
because
me-
it's a shit song.
So he
My
interpolated
opinion.
Sting's "Shape of Your Heart." So the producer Nick Mira, he used that the chord the guitar riff. He pretty much, but instead of sampling it, he took it, recreated the progression of the melody, and then put it in a different instrument. Well, Sting was like, "No, heck no! I'm gonna steal some money because I need some money for my grandkids."
Yeah, you can't.
And he,
If you've changed it that much, like honestly,
but he won.
Who did?
melody for
Sting.
a melody.
Sting.
Well, it must have been a really iconic noise or sound.
Because like okay, so I know they're both dead and their music isn't like copyright. But if I
Who's
took
both dead?
Sting-
Mozart and Bach, so
Well, their music is it copywritten?
it's no longer copyright. But like if I were to, so like okay,
You just not word for word, sound for sound, upload it, say it's yours.
so if I take
Like, no,
Mozart,
you idiot.
so these two sound like sort of similar, which I found out they sound similar, and I thought about making a mashup. Mozart Bach Sleepers Awake, and Mozart Little Night Music, like the third movement or something. They sound like they could be put like straight together. They could be stitched right together. So if I put those together, am I technically the composer of the new piece?
No, because you just kind of shoved it together.
Well,
That's like saying
together.
if I put a new tire on a car, that I
Well,
made the car.
So there's like a difference
No, I
between
put a
like
tire in a car.
there's a difference between writing music and composing it, because I can write a bunch of music out of order, but I have to compose it to make it in an actual pleasant order,
Yes, but
like A B A.
pre-composed. You just shoved it together.
So if they were like the writers of,
artist.
You want to know something about Juice WRLD? He started drinking lean in 6th grade.
well,
That's
dude,
great
he's
to know.
probably like room temperature IQ now.
I don't know if it affects your IQ.
Well,
He's probably just.
I think it slows you down a
I
little
bet his
bit.
breath's pretty bad. But what I was asking originally, this kind of like went to the wrong direction. What I was asking is like, when does something not become music anymore? When does it just become sound? Because like, do you extra tone? You know what extra tone is?
Isn't that like too fast? To...
Really high BPM, so it eventually sounds like a buzzing noise instead of like a separate beats. Like eventually it goes in like a because the beats are so. It's not like a buzz. It's an actual. Just the beats are so quick. Some people actually unironically listen to that. Believe it or not.
Well, because
It's
I
hard
think
to
you
think.
could. I think you could.
You know, it sounds terrible. Like, it does not sound like something humans would listen to, but it's considered real music. But a lot of people are like,
Well,
that's not real music. 'Cause
think
it's
about
just a buzzing noise.
a lot of people like
Well, because-
critics. Can I?
Oh yeah.
A lot of I was about to say like a lot of critics like Anthony Fantano. They don't. A lot of critics they don't credit like vaporwave because they a lot of critics hate vaporwave because they're just like it's just you're slowing down a sample and then adding a beat to it.
It's
not
like
making
classier.
But a lot of the
94.
time you're completely switching up the order of the song sometimes.
I'm
Like
not
if
ta-
you
I'm-
completely
yeah.
switch up the order of the
Because
song,
you're taking it the wrong direction again.
is it But you're putting it together in a different way. But like,
I'm saying like, there's our official music pieces. Depends on what your opinion of music is, where it's just people breaking glass and stuff, and it's recorded onto a thing, and they call it music. Is that music?
So okay, so
it always comes up to essentially, is it art? Because music is art, so is it art?
The three fundamental like pieces of music is like melody, harmony, and rhythm. So I guess for some type of like harmony of sounds with the glass breaking, I guess if you stretch it that far, glass breaking could make a tone. It could count sort of like a melody, harmony type thing. It probably isn't very strong. But then like, so is that glass breaking, the performance of the glass breaking, is it a set performance? Does it have a set rhythm at which you have to break the glass?
There is written music for this, and it's just
then
it'll have like no notes on the whole thing, and it will say like glass breaks. Car starts, random crap, and it doesn't. When you listen to it, it doesn't sound like there's meaning behind it. It sounds like you just chose random noises, and the whole point behind this is to test, like it's to essentially try to draw a line. And some people are like, guys, you can't draw a line because it's all up to the creator.
Who was that?
What was the intention of the creator?
Well, because the thing is, so I'm gonna say, yes, that is music, but is it good?
Well, that's subjective. That's subjective.
Yeah. Do most people like that music? No.
Well, most isn't. It's such a generalization.
Like, if we're gonna make a generalization, I'm pretty sure most people don't listen to Glass breaking his music for entertainment. They want something with more, like,
intent.
They want something with more notes, like the notes to do something.
They don't want just noise.
And like more. Because, of course, that is structured because it's written down at what time you're supposed to break the glass. It is structured.
Yeah.
But it's maybe not a very good structure. It's, like, not very entertaining.
It's not about good or entertaining. It's about is it or is it not. It's pretty much... It's trying to be like, guys, there shouldn't be a yes or no, like a binary. It should be, like everything that is everything that is sound, and someone wants it to be music, it's music.
Like 4 minutes
within
and
reason,
33 seconds is a piece that is entirely silent, but it's just like sniffing sounds and like fretboard, rubbing your fretboard, just like fretboard scratch.
There's other just silent ones.
Well,
there's one that's just plain silent.
It's like, I remember, but it's written down in score. It's written down in score, and it says like breathe here, make a breathing like sigh.
I remember in.
I bet I could play that.
I remember
you can play it with if you have a fretboard.
I remember in music appreciation, we learned about this one composer. He was a Russian dude in the early 1900s, and literally none of the chords he played make sense. They were just gibberish. He would just go, and he actually pissed a lot of people off at his shows by playing it. But they debate if he's actually real music. But I think
that was a statement.
I think it can be.
So that's actually interesting because you could slam on the piano, and there's harmony there, but it's not necessarily consonant harmony, right? You have different pitches interacting with each other, but it doesn't sound pleasant to the ear, but they're still interacting with each other. So it counts as harmony. So it counts as music.
Mm-hmm. What was the example I was going to think of? Oh, have you heard of the music where the guy's supposed to like kill himself on stage? No one's ever played it. No one's ever played it correctly, of course. They've played it. It's like a normal song, but in the middle it says like guy kills himself on stage. I'm pretty it's either like kills himself or like stabs himself or something. It's a real thing. It's an official thing made by a composer and a writer and everything.
Okay, listen.
And like no one's ever played it.
if you think you know better than the composer as what he wants his music to sound like, or he or she wants his music to sound like, and you think you can alter that just because of one little...
I thought you were serious at first. My computer's dying.
If you think you have the permission to alter the composer's music just because of one little suicide... Stupid, right? It's... what is it? Composition 1996, number 7. I'm probably getting that wrong. It's literally just a B and an E note. I think it's a B and an E note. And all it says is, hold this for a really long time. And it's just a B and an E note.
That's good music.
That sounds like a great beer.
And people actually perform it. They'll perform it for anywhere from like 20 minutes to 20 minutes to maybe an hour.
Wow, that sounds epic.
Or
That sounds terrible.
orchestral.
Boring and not fun.
But it's not. It's boring. It's more like. It's really what started, like trance music, like
90s trance.
like sort of wave trance music where you just hold certain tones for a long time.
Well, there's two. I think we're talking about different trance musics. Are you talking about 90s
No,
trance
but just
music?
like
Are you talking about like a tone that's being played?
just like a tone. That's
90s trance music is like a genre, and it's just rhythm. It's electronic, like EDM, but it's rhythmic, and it always has weird music videos. Like Darude Sandstorm, I think technically counts.
Yeah, because I looked up like trance music, and that's basically what I got. I didn't get relaxing music.
It's because that was really popular, so I mean it makes sense that it popped up. I'm trying to find what I was talking about real quick.
But I mean, I don't know. It's
Do you think it's pretty lit?
it has its place, cause I tried it out just for fun. I wrote like an ambient piece where I took I did C minor 7 chord to C major, then back to C minor 7, then back to C major, I think at the end. And it was just like this for like 20 minutes. I have it up on my SoundCloud. And it's supposed to be sort of a background ambient music. So like you're not really supposed to listen too intently to it.
Ambient music, pretty much.
Well, it's meant for like a scene on a visual.
I tried it out just to say I did it.
Just like a mood or kind of a background music when you're doing something obviously ambient.
But it has its place.
They use piano and they use a lot of pads for that.
Yeah.
Pads,
Or strings.
If you're writing ambient music,
Or harps.
someone out there listening writing ambient music, like specifically for relaxing, put noise, like brown noise, over your ambient music, over the whole thing.
Why not red noise?
Well, I'm saying this.
That might be a real thing.
Because one time I was listening to my music on cassette, and like I recorded it imperfectly. It's like a cheap recorder, so it has a bunch of noise. I think
most was your fault, dude.
Yeah, but it was super relaxing to have that noise on there.
Yeah, I understand.
So I have that easy listening cassette with like a bunch of noise over it, and I really like it. It's super relaxing.
I'm going to explain. Brown noise is one of the many colors of noise, which also include white noise, pink noise, and blue noise. Brown noise is known as the Brownian noise because it's not color based. It's Brownian, whatever Brownian means. Because its change in the sound signal from one moment to the next is random. So it's a random sound changing.
So yeah,
So it's not like white noise where it's a consistent buzz. It's or not buzz, but you know what I mean.
Well, so I'm gonna describe it for people. So the human brain actually amplifies higher noises. So that's why most melodies are in the high range. So what noise is, like white noise, it is just a bunch of random frequencies all at the same time, just going. But pink noise, what pink noise does, because the human ear hears higher noises easier, like white noise sounds really high pitched.
What would you say white noise was?
It's just like all frequencies at once.
Yeah, here it says noise containing many frequencies with equal intensities.
Yeah.
So the intensities are the same, but the frequencies are random.
What's your favorite noise?
So, well, I'm still describing.
I think it's brown noise because he always talks about it.
So pink noise is like, if you were to take a leveler, basically you turn down the volume of the high frequencies, and then as it goes down to the lower frequencies, you leave it louder. So it's just a straight line going sort of down at an angle towards the higher frequencies, so it's just a diagonal straight line.
Mm-hmm.
Then brown noise takes it a step further. It's even lower sounding. It exponentially cuts off the higher ends, so it sounds way better because you don't get like there's some high frequencies that are just completely cut off. So I really like it because it's more soft sounding.
Epic.
But throw that over your music.
Did you know there's a white noise maker? I didn't know that.
No.
It's,
Yeah,
it's like a little round box that makes that noise. Why it has its own machine is beyond me. You could just find a recording of
My
it.
brother keeps a fan on and it works just fine.
I have the radio on, and it just devolves into just... That's all I hear. That's why I don't hear songs on the radio.
Yeah, the fan's about in a pink noise range, so it's okay. But I would.
It's okay. I don't prefer it.
No,
I think you're the only one
I
who
would
cares
prefer
enough.
I would prefer complete silence, really.
You're like one of my
I
freaking friends at my
I can't
door.
hear complete silence.
Yeah,
Because I have ringing in my ears.
I can't either. But I just
No, you can't.
don't pay attention.
I don't
to
think
it.
you have tonight, or not tonight.
I have-
It's tinnitus.
Well, I have very slight.
I think I know what you're talking about. That's the sound of your blood.
Yeah,
I
but
have the same thing.
I just don't pay attention to it. That's all
His
it
is
to me.
like you always have that ringing noise after a
Oh,
loud
yeah.
sound.
I
Or,
can't.
I know what you're talking about. If I stop, I know what you're talking about.
I can't hear it now,
Well,
but
okay.
in a quiet room, yeah.
So imagine, you know how I talked about white noise and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine it's only a slice of the higher frequencies, or maybe a slice of the mid-range frequencies of white noise, but it is very, very quiet. It is a very quiet.
That's called having ears.
It's a very quiet mid-range noise, but there is a little bit of a tone in there.
I think
but
you're
not-
hearing silence.
Let's make music with our ears sounds.
No.
Whenever I have a clogged ear, I do the suction thing and it fixes it.
No.
I try to clean my ear, but it never gets it. I need one of those deep cleaning things. But
It might be fluid.
no, it's not. I have solid. Have you seen? I never heard of liquid earwax exists. That's a gross thing
Yeah.
to talk about, but
No,
I've never seen
I had
it
it
my
a
whole
couple
life.
weeks ago.
Never seen it my
It's
whole life.
possible, I think.
I always have just
It's-
little chunks.
The
Like a
tube
wax.
between your ear and your nose, if you don't blow out snot out of your nose, it will go back in that E tube, and it will get behind.
Is there a
everything.
tube that goes from your nose to your ear?
Mhm.
It's like sinus stuff. It's like
Oh, I didn't know that.
ear pressure.
They
Un-
check.
It's
They,
like
That's
yeah.
what they did. They put in a machine to check my ear pressure.
Are you guys cowards who are afraid of the change of pressure when you're in an airplane?
No.
I actually love it. I
Well,
think it's
yeah,
a satisfying feeling. The pain I enjoy. When I'm coming back down and it severely hurts, I really enjoy that. I don't know why.
Well,
I'm like,
I like
oh, it
it.
hurts, but it hurts so good.
Well, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But one time
Oh, it hurts pretty bad.
One
Is
time
that
I
an
tried
unpopular
to-
opinion?
Probably.
I tried to so there's I went off a diving board and I tried to go as deep as I could
Mm-hmm.
and then see if I could at the deepest point equalize the pressure of my ears, because it's possible, because free divers, they equalize the pressure in their ears, then they so that it doesn't hurt by holding their nose and blowing, and that basically puts pressure in their ears. So I tried to do that,
Oh, that'll hurt. Yeah.
and
Did you do it wrong?
and then I came back up and I was oh, that was a mistake, and it really hurt my ears, and my ear hurt all night.
I did. I was on a plane. I did that. And it didn't feel very good. Don't do that.
No, that's
We were ascending and I went, and it hurt
No.
so bad.
No, you don't want to blow, because so if you're going
I didn't
deeper,
blow hard because I know that you can damage, but I went I kind of did a pressure
No, because if you're going up, the pressure's dropping. If you're going down underwater, the
well,
pressure
whatever
gets,
happened, I did it and it hurt.
so the
I
pressure
just kind of plugged it and did a slight
the pressure
essentially
gets
tried to blow
more
and it
deeper
seeped out.
underwater. So you have to equalize your ears, if you're an actual diver, you just equalize your ears, and then it's as easy as that. You don't have to worry about.
Can you equalize your body when you go out of a low pressure thing and get crumpled in a ball at the bottom of the ocean?
But
Those people who explode in those pressure tanks.
yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, that's oof. That awkward moment when there's air in your body and it tries to escape. Pop. It's so gross.
they held their breath. That was the problem.
No, it was they depressurized it while they were in there. You're not supposed to do that.
Mm.
It was they were at they were at super low level. It burns you. It burns your body. They come out with first they explode. Then they come out. If someone lives, which one dude did, he had like burns on his body. It looked like burns. But there was no fire. And they're like, what the heck? What's going on? It's like, no.
When did this happen?
The pressure like seeped through his pores or something, and it like
when did this happen?
destroyed his
I can't
skin.
imagine that was
Some Russian dude
hurt.
a long time ago.
Ew, gross.
One last thing I want to leave the viewers with is, guys, protect your hearing. Hearing damage is permanent. It's really bad. Protect your hearing, guys.
I agree with that, but not to the extent that
I don't know if I have hearing damage. Do I?
Especially
you hurt
if
yourself. Didn't you say it was an accident though? I like how this is your scale. What is this?
Especially if you do like musician stuff, guys, protect your ears.
Yeah, I know. There's some times where I'll be listening to music on my thing and in my eardrum, I'm just like, the 808.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
The bass line. Too loud.
Yeah, my brother turns the bass up way too loud, and it starts hurting my ears after a while.
I don't like people who blast the music in their earbuds, but not because I'm afraid of their ear damage. I couldn't give two shits about their ears. I don't like hearing it.
Yeah.
When it's in their earbuds, and it's stupid. What's the point of earbuds if everyone can hear it? It's like a speaker at that point.
I don't put it on.
I couldn't care. If someone breaks their ear, I don't care. It's on them. Tough luck, dude. You're
But especially if you
don't blow up, don't shoot guns without ear protection.
Guys, this is for a super niche audience who plays in actual orchestras. Guys,
it's not super niche. There's a bigger audience than you'd think.
Super niche part of the audience that actually listens to us. People that actually listens to us that play orchestra. If you sit next to the brass section, make sure you have earplugs.
You don't need earplugs for that.
Yeah, you need earplugs next to the brass section.
That's pussy shit, bro.
No, you do.
Real motherfuckers stick their ear in the tuba. They stick their ear in that big one.
You know,
break me, boy. I ain't no bitch.
Okay, there's a reason there's only one tuba in an orchestra, and there's a reason that the brass section is all the way at the back of the stage.
Compose something just for fun that's all tuba.
Tuba concerto.
Dude,
it's solo tuba with orchestra in the background.
No, just tuba. Like 5 tubas. But they
like,
all play only one note, but they all play a different note. So it's like if you want to have something that goes up and down, it's not one, but like
so it's like a 5 it's like a 5-part chord for tuba. Just a chord.
Yeah, like what one tuba would do, just split it into 5. 5 tubas doing what one tuba would normally do. Make it unnecessarily complex.
So all the tubas,
just because you can. You're capable.
All the tubas playing the same part. Just the root note.
I just imagine 5 guys standing in a line.
You have a 6
big ass instrument.
You have a guy, the 6th guy, he's just beatboxing over it.
You have the contrabass.
If I had to learn an instrument, it would be the French horn.
Oh yeah, it's got a good range.
I just like how it looks.
Did you know? Okay.
Little disc thing, yeah.
I like woodwind
thing,
instruments.
There's apparently a big French horn organization. Yeah. Like a big club, and they want people to start calling it just the horn. Because the French horn was actually invented in England, and the English horn was actually invented in France.
Yeah,
so I didn't even know there was such a thing as an English horn. So.
It's like a
is it a French horn?
It's like smaller? It's like a deep clarinet.
It's kind of like a viola. No one really knows what it is until they have a friend who's in band class, and then they get mad when you call their viola a violin.
That's a violin.
No, it's not. It's a viola. It's higher pitched. Shut up.
That's a really big violin.
It's not. It's barely different sized. If I remember.
Someone's holding the double bass.
They do size really big.
I did that and I pissed a dude off. I was just being funny. I was like, man, that's a really big violin. It was the bass. And he looks at me and he got so mad and he goes, "This is a bass." And I'm like, I don't care.
No. He says this is a bass, and you're like, actually, that's a double bass. I was just joking, man.
It was high school, so
hey,
I didn't
size
care.
me up, bro.
Size me up. We should measure height and if you're a bass tall or not.
I think it's taller.
I'm a bass and a quarter tall.
A double bass is taller than an average person, right?
The one he was holding was
it was probably, if it was high school, it was probably a smaller size because he's just a high schooler.
Well, high school, most people are grown. Dude, you don't grow
much
past high school.
Double bass is pretty big.
No, you didn't play anything.
I don't play anything, no. I own a kalimba and a harmonica. Do I know how to play either? No, I can't.
Harmonica, real good choice of instrument.
I was gonna say, hey, I was gonna figure. Trenton, can you figure out what notes my kalimba's in, and then write me a song?
Yeah, I could if you can read the sheet music for it.
I could figure it out if I cared enough. I just want to have a sheet music that is in the right kalimba,
It's
so I can say that it exists and I own it.
It's probably just in one key, but I could. Yeah,
Probably. It doesn't have a lot of notes. It doesn't have like all the prongs.
We could go where you could pull it out after the podcast, and I could.
I'll show you to you after.
I could pull up my tuning app, and then
Mhm.
that figures out what notes things.
I
are.
didn't. Do you guys have Shazam?
No.
Yes. Okay.
Oh wow, that was the end of that combo.
Yeah, I was
I
going to say we should.
I
It's
didn't-
getting long.
we
We
should-
better
Yeah,
wrap it
yeah,
up.
we
Yeah.
probably need to wrap it up.
But yeah, guys, protect your hearing. Don't listen.
I like you're trying to make this a PSA.
Don't listen to ASMR on all the way up audio.
Who
Yeah.
listens to ASMR?
I do.
That's gross. You're gross.
Dude, I don't listen to ASMR. I listen to ambient tracks.
We do an ASMR of the day. I hate ASMR. I hate it so much. I can't stand it. It
Well-
weirds me out.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Let's Talk About Sex.
That's not what it means. I swear.
Line through a square. Line through a square.
Even that, guys, can we be real?
Line through a square.
That's way too niche of a name. No one's gonna, it doesn't make any sense.
It literally our logo is line through a square.
But what does that mean?
It's a line through a square.
We had the origin episode,
We had the
but
origin
no one
episode.
listened to that one.
It's a cult.
So it's a cult. It's a cult, guys. Okay.
Guys, basically, guys, the next version of our line through a square
So
stories
basically,
is
I'm
going to
monkey.
be entirely operatic.
Did you know that the
I don't know what
origin
that is,
the
but-
origin episode was the longest episode at an hour and 50 minutes?
So basically, guys,
This one's gonna get there if we don't shut the fuck up.
So basically, guys, we're gonna make the LTAS stories into an opera.
No, we're not. I'm not letting that happen. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Do
Yeah.
you have any final words to say, Trenton?
So basically, guys, protect your hearing. It's very.
You said that 6 times. Say something different.
Check me and Zach out on SoundCloud.
We'll post links.
Check out my
Stuff coming out soon.
check out my MuseScore account. I've only got like
You have
two.
there's an account on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've only got 2 things posted up there because you have like a
We'll
limited.
post that too.
You can only post like 5 scores for free, and
Rip.
so I'm working on that. I've got like my pieces in pseudonym.
Okay.
written and stuff,
Okay,
but yeah.
you guys remember to have that big nut.
Your jokes just
I know,
flat
I
every
know.
time.
Not all.
There's no delivery to it. You gotta have delivery.
I don't. I just think
understand.
that's a dry. I just like saying.
You keep
that.
making dry jokes like this in Discord. I don't understand it.
Zach's jokes be like the meat my mom cooked for dinner last night. Dry as fuck. That's a joke. My mom cooks good food.
Your mom's
Okay.
listening to this. She's gonna slap
Remember,
you up, boy.
Boy!
remember to always wear protection, kids. You don't want to be like Magic Johnson. You don't want to be like Charlie Sheen.
Does Charlie Sheen have an STD?
I mean, we would all love. Yeah, he does. He's got AIDS.
Does he have AIDS?
He's got some venereal thing. I don't know what it is.
Guys, you don't
But-
want to end up like Franz Schubert.
You don't want to. You don't want to be like. I mean, everyone wants to be like Genghis Khan, and don't get me wrong.
Everyone wants to be like Franz Schubert, but no one wants the consequences. He got syphilis and died.
Okay.
Everyone wants to be like Genghis Khan. Don't. I mean, everyone does. I mean, bagging hundreds of thousands of ladies. Actually, thousands. More like thousands of
He was like
ladies.
the.
He was
like
kind of a d-bag though.
Yeah,
But guys,
but-
just remember, be careful.
but that was
practice
back
safety.
in the day. You can't
Can
do
you
that
not get your wholesome messages out of here? It's just boring. Your jokes are falling flat now. Okay.
So basically, guys,
So
blow,
basically,
blow
I'm
your
monkey.
hearing out. Blow your hearing out.
You final thoughts. Final words.
thoughts.
This was just you guys talking to each other about stuff I didn't understand for
We're just
an hour and 19
We're
minutes.
just music nerds.
Dude, how many seconds though?
How many seconds?
Milliseconds.
20, 21, 22. It keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, that's enough.
That's enough. Thank you for listening, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that. But anyway, we
Have a
really
good
gotta
one.
head out. Have a good one, guys.
Peace out, homies.